Live from DVC Studio, yesterday's news today. With FTVE's news crew, and anchors Sydney Guillory and Russell Flores. Sports with Dylan Schaefer and weather with Adrian Sanchez. And now live from Studio One, yesterday's news today.
Good morning, I'm Sydney Guillory.
And I'm Russell Flores.
Our leading story tonight is about a man accused of sending packages to more than a dozen people nationwide. He has been identified as 56-year-old Cesar Sayoc and was arrested Friday in South Florida.
Investigators identified him through fingerprint and DNA evidence. Prosecutors say Sayoc is a danger to the community and want him behind bars.
Sayoc was denied bond and will be transferred to New York for trial.
In D.C., President Trump proposed a sixth military branch space force during a meeting on June 18th with the National Space Council. Vice President Pence said this was in order to meet the challenges and opportunities on that limitless frontier. The council will send strategic recommendations to the president's desk in the near future.
NASA has created a new parachute system for landing spaceships on Mars, traveling at supersonic speeds. This parachute has been in 3 separate tests to test the strength of the parachute and has been approved for use in an upcoming mission. This new design is lightweight and the materials are impressively strong. The parachute will be used for a 2020 mission by NASA sending spacecrafts to Mars.
Mr. Trump was scheduled to appear at a convention in Indiana to address a group of students in which he played one of Pharrell Williams' songs. Trump received a letter from Williams' legal team stating that Trump was not granted permission to use Pharrell's music. Williams is not the first recording artist to demand that their music not to be used at a Trump event. The Rolling Stones, Queen, Adele, and Aerosmith also notified Trump to stop playing their music at political events.
Across the U.S., a disease originally thought to be gone has made a comeback. Measles was said to be eliminated because of vaccinations. However, some parents try to avoid their children from getting vaccinations, which are putting kids all over the country in danger of contracting many avoidable diseases.
California has passed legislation that eliminated personal exemptions as an excuse to stop their kids from receiving vaccines. But parents are still allowed to have medical exemptions against vaccines, which are oftentimes granted by doctors. California is seeking further legislation to stop this from continuing.
Breaking news in the world of Hollywood. Tragically, the father of Marvel, Stan Lee, died on November 12th at the age of 95 in Los Angeles, California.
Under Mr. Lee, Marvel transformed the comic book world by relating its characters as average people, with an increased awareness of trends, social causes, and often a sense of humor. Mr. Lee told the Washington Post that he tried to make them real, flesh and blood characters with personality. Actor Chris Evans said that Lee exuded love and kindness and will leave an indelible mark on so many lives, and added Excelsior.
Back in August, we reported about Nicholas Hoffman, an 18-year-old man from Edgewater, Maryland, who ran over his classmate, 16-year-old Logan Danley, over marijuana that he apparently stole from one of his friends. The following video was recorded by the passenger shows the violent incident occur. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's recording.
Ready? Is it recording?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nick.
What's up, boy? What's up, boy?
Nick! Nick!
Fuck yeah.
Nick! Oh my god.
Hoffman was initially sentenced to life in prison, but that sentence was soon suspended and reduced to 25 years in late October after he was found guilty of attempted first-degree murder. Although he was 17 years of age, he was charged as an adult.
I want to make films, but I need a team, a space, a script, a shooting list, a
Whoa,
schedule.
whoa, slow down. Have you heard of the Make a Film in a Day Actor-Directors Challenge at MMTV?
No, I haven't. What is that?
It's an event that happens all over the Bay monthly and sometimes weekly. Go to their website, select the proper passes, and you're set to film.
Wait, it's really that easy?
Yes, but it's a potluck, so don't forget to bring food or get a food pass ahead of time.
What happens at the event?
Well, after filling out the forms, actors are randomly picked into teams with a director or a crew. But if you sign up as a VIP, then you get to choose your team. The teams have 6 hours to shoot and a few months to edit. And at the event, you can mingle, network, and meet other cast and crew members. Afterwards, your film screens at theaters all over the Bay. Get voted on, get awards, and a chance to screen at future venues. Interested? Go to moviemakingBay.com, click events, and join us. MMTB, movie making throughout the Bay.
Moving on to local news, last night responders rushed to the scene of a fire in the Summersville KFC in Antioch around 1 a.m. Unfortunately, they were unable to save the building.
The cause of the fire were unknown until authorities found 3 prime suspects who are now in custody. No one was injured during the incident.
This next story is a frightening one, especially if you use credit cards when paying for gas at the pump.
Definitely. Police are issuing warnings for anyone using credit cards at gas pumps. There have been multiple cases of skimming devices being used to steal personal information from unsuspecting customers. The police department is suggesting that patrons pay inside for the gas instead of using a card reader at the pump, and say that if you suspect that a card reader has been tampered with, be sure to inform a station worker and the authorities immediately.
On Halloween night, a child dressed up in a Fortnite costume received a candy bomb in their trick-or-treating bag. After hearing beeping, his mom examined a chocolate-covered bomb.
Oswald O'Connors was later taken into custody. His defense was, "Now that's a victory royale." So are you tired of taking your commute home from work in the dark? Well, so are many other Americans. States such as California, Florida, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine are attempting to keep daylight savings time year-round so we don't have to change our clocks every 6 months.
Economists have supported this by claiming that businesses will become more successful during the evening hours. Health experts warn that transition into daylight savings time increases the chances of heart attacks, strokes, car accidents, and even miscarriages.
People who want to keep our current system argue that having dark mornings will lead to more commute congestion and will be dangerous for kids who have to walk to school.
It has really just turned into a debate whether you'd rather have a morning commute in the dark or a dark commute back home. We'll be back after these messages.
Wish I had better shoes.
So what you need is Find Your Stride brand shoes, available at all retailers, super comfy and amazing.
Oh wow, where can I go to get those?
For more information, call 1-800-FIND-YOUR-STRIDE or visit our website at www.findyourstride.com and order yours today.
Today, local fishermen were harassed by protesters, aka sea huggers, or a group of people who are very passionate towards fish, claiming it hurts the fish and what the fishermen are doing is wrong. Even though they were licensed and not fishing anything endangered, the situation escalated when the protesters sent a small child to the fishermen. Tensions rose, but no arrests were made.
It's not food, it's violence. Fishing causes pain to other beings.
From fish to fashion, let's check in with our field reporter, Sophie McCormick.
In 2010, a study on American households said that they spent an average of $1,700 on clothing. We asked DVC students, what are they wearing? Do they care what other people wear? And do they care where their clothes are coming from? Here's some thoughts on DVC students' clothing. You guys' names for those?
I'm Lincoln.
I'm Venus.
She wears dope ass outfits pretty much every
I like feeling like
day.
an anime
It's
character.
Her for sure goth.
Goth.
I've been doing goth since forever.
Junior high?
And then mine, I'd just be like skater. Like I like comfortable skate shoes. I like everything like that related.
Will I be comfortable in this? Will I want to will I feel like I can relax in class in this? Like not feel like it's squeezing too tight or it's too loose? Like just want to be as comfortable as I can be if I'm going to be sitting somewhere for like 2 hours?
Care what other people wear on campus, or like are there things that people shouldn't wear, stuff like that?
Not really. I mean, unless you're wearing like a Nazi sign on your t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really.
Whatever feels good to you, right? Like whatever is who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's their choice. If they want to wear crop tops and short shorts in 40-degree weather, go them. I don't have the guts to, because that would be freezing. But wear whatever you want, because other people, especially the whole issue about girls being able to wear like spaghetti strap shirts or whatnot that applied in like high school, like if boys can get weird because of your shoulders, that's their problem, not yours.
DVC has answered. Now, what is fashion at your school like?
Thank you, Sophie. Now, let's take a look at what DVC students think about pamphleters, people who freely come on campus and to persuade students to join the military, go vegan, or join the Bible studies.
So you're walking to class, and someone hands you one of these. There's been a growing problem here at DVC about pamphleters. What are the regulations, and how are students responding?
To look, there are those times where I'm in a rush to go to class, but other than that, I mean, I don't know what the DVC process is to allow them to be on campus, or what pamphlets are appropriate and what aren't. But I feel like regulation's always good.
Frankly, I don't mind. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. It's a bit bothersome. So if a school doesn't want to have it, if they have rules against it, then they shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here, they shouldn't be here. But if there's no rule against it, I don't have a strong objection to it.
Okay, I like seeing what other people are into and like whatever, I don't know, when they had the propositions out like that, it was something that I could help. And
yeah, I feel indifferent about it, honestly. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Like, they try to keep pushing it and pushing it, even though you're showing that you have no interest for it. And with those, it's just like, hey man, you know, just back off.
I don't really like it all that much because, you know, it's happened a lot throughout, you know, high school, and then even when I just walk around, people will just come up and be like, hey, you look like someone who's fit to join the army. It's like, what kind of sports did you do? And then they start, you know, talking about it. It's like, you know, I'll just always make up the excuse like, yeah, I gotta go, or I'll just say, you know, someone talked to me already and I decided no.
So, all in all, the students here at DVC have mixed reviews about pamphleting, so it is unclear how the student union will continually allow these pamphleters on our campus. This is Kushan Bird signing off, and back to you guys.
Our students at DVC are well aware of these pamphleters, but are they aware of what's being sold in their student store?
This is Sofia Seguera reporting from DVC, investigating a flashlight, but not just any flashlight, a .50 caliber bullet flashlight. Our investigative unit found this out-of-place product at the DVC Student Book Center. We wanted to find out what students thought of this product, and so we went around campus asking for their opinions.
Well, I don't even know why they're selling any form of bullet-related item, whether it be a flashlight, pen, pencil. That would, in my opinion, that would promote some form of like gun violence, or especially here at like colleges and schools, it would promote school shootings in some form of way.
That's scary looking. Why would you sell that in college? I mean, it could be used as a weapon too. Like you could hit someone with it, but it's also
coming across as a weapon. Like it looks like one.
Yeah.
Just like it's a bullet. Like why sell a bullet
I
extended?
think that should not be sold there at all.
Do you think it's appropriate,
No,
inappropriate?
it's inappropriate all the way.
They sell that in the bookstore?
Yes, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
damn.
think it's appropriate,
No.
inappropriate?
No.
What makes it inappropriate?
Bro, it's a bullet. Why are we bringing bullets to school? Like, I get it. But why, though?
I'm not sure if inappropriate is the right word. It's definitely like misleading.
Mhm.
It's something like people aren't gonna think it's a flashlight at first if you, until you say it.
It's just a bullet that's a flashlight. It's also like, it's a 50 cal bullet, which are like super rare.
If you don't consider this inappropriate, what do you think would make it cross the line to being inappropriate?
Like an actual gun flashlight,
Mhm.
or just like a smaller, like regular bullet flashlight.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's a very specific type of bullet.
Most students at the school didn't seem to like this particular product. Do you think the Student Book Center should still be selling it? Go vote at dvcnews.com. This has been Sophia Segura. Back to you guys.
And when we come back, we will check in with our sports reporter, Dylan Schaefer, with the latest sports news.
Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. By the way, do you love commercials but hate when they get interrupted by pesky scheduled programming? Of course you do. Lucky for you, there's Commie TV. It's a streaming service that shows all your favorite commercials that you know and love. Car commercials, fast food commercials, cleaning commercials, even Sarah McLachlan ASPCA commercials. Because everyone loves those. Now, if that's not enough for you, we offer a 24/7 Billy Mays commercial streaming marathon featured every Sunday of the month. Now sign up today for only $34.99. Because you're not going to find a better deal than that. Now get out of here. I want to watch some commercials.
Have you ever heard of a rose blossom twice? Former first pick and 2011 MVP Derrick Rose has been troubled by a number of injuries that has plagued his career. After signing a one-year deal with the Minnesota Timberwolves, Rose has had a strong resurgence this season. Rose tore his MCL and ACL in the playoffs in 2012 and since then wasn't the same. He is also looking for an all-star appearance this year, his first since the injury. Not only should Derrick Rose be a motivation for young athletes, but for people in everyday life. With the DVC baseball season coming up, I got a chance to talk to Steve Ward, the head baseball coach, and I asked him all about the upcoming season and his role in prepping his team, as well as his transformation as coach over the years.
Since 1986.
1980, yeah, I noticed that, and yeah, I understand you've been here full-time faculty member here for 30 years. Are you proud of the transformation this program has been through your course of your whole time here? I mean,
yeah, I mean, ultimately, I mean, everybody wants to win. I mean, in baseball in the state of California is highly competitive, especially in the conference we're in. I've been in the two best conferences in the North over the years. There used to be the Golden Gate Conference, and now it's the Big 8 Conference, which is even better than the Golden Gate was. So I've been in some really competitive conferences. But ultimately, I mean, you have a few guys here and there that, you know, sign pro contracts and things of that nature, but ultimately you want your student athletes to transfer to four-year schools and get to continue to play, but ultimately earn their bachelor's degree, because, you know, that's going to help them make a better living.
Yeah, student athlete first, right. With talk of transformation in himself, the program, and his athletes, we moved the conversation towards his role as the chairman of the Hall of Fame at DVC. And then, yeah, I noticed that you're the chairman of the DVC Hall of Fame. You also founded it back in 2005. Did you feel it was necessary to recognize all the great talent that has been through this program?
Well, it wasn't. People have this misnomer. I started because, number one, we've had sports here since the fall of 1950.
Oh, wow.
And we've had a lot of great athletes. You know, some have made Major League Baseball, the NFL, that type of thing. But it's as much about what they did with their lives afterward as it was the accolades that they had as athletes. So, in other words, I'll give you an example. So if somebody was an MVP of a conference or an all-state person or something like that, then end up being a convicted felon, he or she's never going to be considered to be in the Hall of Fame here. It's also what they did with the rest of their lives, and we've had law enforcement people, business owners, the chancellor of the entire CSU system, Dr. Tim White's in our Hall of Fame. He was an All-American swimmer and water polo player here, back in the '60s. Yeah. So it's that type of thing. It's what they end up doing with their lives is just as important what they did, athletically. But it's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but
I bet.
And I'm going to continue to do it to run the Hall of Fame after I retire. But that's really the motivation behind it. It's not solely to recognize what people did on an athletic field, but what they ended up doing with their lives afterwards.
No, that's a great. With the baseball season fast approaching, Coach Ward is hopeful for a successful run this winter. To be honest, with a coach that believes in his players as much as he does, it would be hard to go wrong. Well, with local NBA news, a third-party arbitration judge ruled in favor of the city of Oakland on Monday, ordering the Warriors to pay off $40 million in the Oracle Arena debt. Originating from a 20-year lease signed in 1996, the lease included a $150 million stadium renovation plan that was paid for with the loan taken out by the city of Oakland. Warriors legal spokesman Raymond Riddler commented, "Of course, we're reviewing our options at this time, but as we've always said, we will fulfill any debt obligations that we owe." That's all for sports today. We'll be right back with the weather.
Does your child love being active but can't beat the heat? Then why not give hockey a try at Tri-Valley Ice in Livermore, the coolest hockey rink in the East Bay. Our carefully structured programs will have your child go through the steps to become a real live hockey player. All programs are led by friendly, enthusiastic, and certified instructors who will pass on everything they know about hockey to you and your child. In addition, we provide all the necessary equipment to ensure your child is safe when they take their first strides. From tots to teens, boys and girls alike, everyone is welcome to come and give hockey a try. Sign up today or visit our website at www.trivalleyis.com for more information.
Hello, I'm Adrian Sanchez with this week's weather. We have quite an interesting forecast for this week. Monday and Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a 20% chance of precipitation and about 3 inches of rain. The high is 79 degrees Fahrenheit and a low is 67 degrees. On Wednesday, the sun will start to come out and the temperature will start to rise with a high of 75 degrees here in Pleasant Hill. 82 in Walnut Creek, 79 in Hayward, 80 in Dublin, 81 in San Ramon, and 77 in Concord. On Friday, the many California fires have been happening in recent years will set the world ablaze. Firefighters doing their best to contain the fire, but Minecraft creator Notch has suggested just to turn off fire spreading and toggle downfall, Lamau. Any life that survives the fires will be wiped out along with half of the universe by Thanos snapping his fingers. Aliens will also invade Earth, which will inevitably start World War III, and will introduce galactic warfare. Eventually, this world of light monster, Galeem, shall destroy the entire universe using an army of master hands and vaporizing laser beams, and shall consume the entire universe in light. The only survivor will be our Lord and Savior, Aaron Hansen. He alone shall recreate the entire universe in his own image, making his own life on Earth 1,000,000 times better. Too bad there will be no life to enjoy it. On Saturday, time will restart and shall go to continue on for 13.8 billion years, up until December 21st, 2018. The cycle shall restart yet again. Back to you, Cindy and Russell.
In other news today, it seems that Chicago native rapper Kanye West is putting his politics rant to an end.
That's right, Russell. Kanye, after deleting his original Twitter account, is back with what seems like an apology. West tweeted, "My eyes are now wide open and now realize I've been used to spread messages I don't believe in. I am distancing myself from politics and completely focusing on being creative."
Well, he seems like he's done with political rants for now, seeing how his album that was supposed to premiere back in early October still hasn't been released.
His attempt to separate himself from politics comes 1 month after he rant about Trump during his SNL performance. Kanye made a string of controversial and inflammatory comments which caused a wave against backlash against him.
Well, Sydney, it looked like he's back in the studio. Are you excited for his music?
No, I'm more of a classic hip-hop fan myself, Russ, but stick around because Bay Area is up next.
Music is a great way to relieve stress for many people, but does it work on animals as well? Paul Burton seems to think so. Ever since he visited Elephant's World in Thailand, he was playing classical music on the piano. A blind elephant stopped by and listened for a while.
Hi, I'm Paul in Thailand. I'd like to tell you a little bit about this gentle old female elephant called Lamduan. She's totally blind and has been for some considerable time. I'm going to play her some piano music by Chopin, Bach, Satie and Schubert.
Paul said the music gave him some comfort in the darkness. Even though his first elephant passed away, Paul still returns to Thailand to play his piano for other elderly elephants and help soothe their pain.
In lighter news, a penguin couple from an Australian aquarium are welcoming their first baby. But this specific family has been making headlines.
The parents Finn and Magic are both male Gentoo penguins. That's right, the two formed a noticeable bond and were given a dummy egg to look after.
So the couple formed a nest, and aquarium staff were so impressed that they gave the couple a real egg to look after from another pair of penguins that had two. When the chick finally hatched, it was named Svenjik, after the dad's celebrity couple's name.
While the term gay is commonly used for humans, scientists have observed many examples of same-sex pairings in the wild. These penguins are just the latest examples.
That's all that we have today.
Yep, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.